after the Blanco River rose more than 33 feet in just 3 hours, shattering an 86-year-old record.
Reports of water rescues, residents being evacuated, pouring into the Weather Channel right now. Tragically, a firefighter in Claremore, Oklahoma, drowned during a flood rescue.
Right now, the numbers are staggering. About 40 million people in the central U.S. under some type of flood warning or flood watch. And it's a very changeable situation right now. It only grows more dangerous and potentially deadly with each passing minute.
Thank you so much for joining us on this Sunday for Weekend Recharge. I'm Maria LaRosa.
And I'm Paul Goodlow. All of our worst fears are now coming true on this holiday weekend. Travelers getting trapped on the roads and highways being engulfed by flash flooding.
There's no more dramatic example of that we've seen this morning than this video shot by Christina Marie Moorhead in Boerne, Texas. It's northwest of San Antonio. We do want to warn you, it is very disturbing. Thankfully, according to local reports, the people in the car did manage to get out. Watch this.
They go much farther down and it's going to get out of
Yeah. If it keeps raining, it's going to get worse and it will push it away. Oh, son of Oh my God! Stop! No, he needs to get out! Oh my God! Oh my God! Someone get... Oh my God! Oh, here we go! Oh my God! No, don't do it, don't. Oh my God.
Did he get out?
No. Stay back, Layla, stay back.
Yeah, that was out of Boerne, Texas, kind of northwest of San Antonio off of Interstate 10 there. Again, there was nobody in that car at that time, we believe. We do know they were rescued. We believe it's before that part of that video was shot, especially when you saw that SUV go upside down. That was definitely
heart-wrenching. And then everyone on the banks just, not knowing if there was anybody in there or not and wanting to help it. Yeah, indeed helpless. And you see the rain in many areas that were hardest hit this morning, beginning to get a little bit of a break, but that heaviest rain is now continuing to move on. So a new area under the gun, including parts of Oklahoma, where you see that heaviest of rainfall. In fact, the forecast looking at maybe an additional 3 to 5, maybe as much as 5 to 8 in some spots. Easily with some of these thunderstorms, we've been seeing that being put down in 24 hours.
And again, for the next several days, we still cannot let our guard down for this element of severe weather. It's that heavy rain and that flash flood potential. We've already seen the results. And unfortunately, I think we'll see more scenes like that as we head over the next several days. But again, flash flooding is just one part that we're watching. And we've got the severe weather too. We had thunderstorms battering Houston very hard. Flash flood watch as well is in effect. Let's bring in Paul Lewis with the National Weather Service office out of the Houston area. And thanks for joining us this morning, Paul. We know that you guys had actually, this is Melissa Huffman we're talking to out of the Weather Service office in Houston. Thanks for joining us again, Melissa. We understand that you guys did warn for some tornadoes earlier this morning, and now we're getting reports of damage coming in around the Houston area. Are we thinking this is tornado damage, or perhaps this is straight line wind damage? What can you tell us?
Good morning, Paul and Maria. Yeah, what we're looking at right now is we have gotten several reports of damage, most notable an apartment complex that reported 10 buildings that received wind damage earlier this morning. We're still trying to gather information about it, figure out what the extent of the damage is in this neighborhood in southwest Houston. So as of right now, we think it's thunderstorm wind damage, but until we get some more information, it's a little too early to tell whether or not it's tornado damage.
And sometimes at this point, obviously, it's a technicality. The important thing is that there was damage done. There were people injured. What are you hearing about that side of it right now?
As of right now, I have not received any reports of injuries. everything is still pretty preliminary at this point in time, but, that's one of the things that we're trying to figure out is, if everyone's okay, and then just make sure that we're keeping them informed of the weather heading into the afternoon hours as well.
And Melissa, also reports of possible damage up in Jersey Village by FM 1960. Any word on that?
Yes, we did receive some reports of some trees that were knocked over in that area as well. The ground's been really wet here with the recent rains, so we have seen some trees that have just been knocked over with the strong winds that moved through this morning.
And with the rain tapering off, at least for now in the next few hours, is that going to help at all in the short term with some of the flooding that's happened on the roadways?
Yes, that'll help everyone dry out for just a little bit. We are looking at around for some scattered showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, but it won't be as extensive as the line that moved through this morning, which will be a much-needed break for the area.
We're also getting reports of some wind damage down towards Galveston. Anything you can say about that?
We did have a pretty intense corridor of winds that moved just right along the upper Texas coast. So we saw anywhere to 40 to 60 mile an hour gusts as this line moved through. So it's entirely possible that as the morning wears on, we'll start to get some more damage reports from that area.
Melissa Huffman with the National Weather Service in Houston, thank you again so much for joining us with the latest information in the Houston area.
Yeah, again, multiple facets of this severe weather threat. Again, we talked about the tornado wind damage there, but also the ongoing study concern affecting more than 40 million people is the threat for flooding. And even tonight, we still have another risk of some tornadoes across the plains and back to.
This program brought to you by Flonase Allergy Relief. You are greater than your allergies. Submit your photos to #AllergyStorm.
New Flonase Allergy Relief Nasal Spray. This changes everything. Flonase is the 24-hour relief that outperforms a leading allergy pill. When we breathe in allergens, our bodies react by overproducing 6 key inflammatory substances that cause our symptoms. Most allergy pills only control one substance. Flonase controls 6, and 6 is greater than 1. So go ahead, inhale life, excite your senses, seize the day and the night. New Flonase. 6 is greater than 1. This changes everything.
I am never getting married. Never. Guaranteed.
You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids.
A little bit here.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, State Farm is there.
Did you know only 1% of supplements have earned the USP mark? An independent certification for quality and purity. I recommend Nature Made because they've earned the most of any brand.
Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended fish oil brand.
Bridgestone is changing the game in tire performance.
So Ken Jeong can save gas on his trip to Vegas.
Remember, what happens in Vegas may haunt you forever. Okay, let's go.
These new Bridgestone Ecopia Plus tires are fuel efficient and engineered to give you 20 extra miles per tank.
I usually stop here to fill up, but not today. Later, gas clowns!
Was that too harsh?
Because it felt great.
It starts with a subtle wave, then builds into soft fingers, lifting sails and spirits. Nothing makes us feel more alive than a summer breeze, drifting with us on the water, chasing us through the trees, and playing along the whole day. In the Great Lakes Bay region, the summer breeze is blowing. Where it's headed is pure Michigan. Your trip begins at Michigan.org.
What you doing?
Checking my free credit score at Credit Karma. When's the last time you checked yours?
Credit is fly.
Aren't you curious what it is right now?
Still popping and locking.
Credit Karma. Get your free score now.
Fat Guys in the Woods, new season June 7th on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 85 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. A stray thunderstorm is possible. High 86. Tonight, thunderstorms early. Monday, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 88. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Where you get your weather matters.
This is a large and dangerous tornado.
Real local.
We are live in Oklahoma.
Real accurate.
This one's going to have some precipitation with it.
Real experts.
Wow, that's the leading edge of the thunderstorm.
This is basically what makes the Weather Channel
Keep the Weather Channel on.
Here at the Weather Channel.
The Weather Channel is out in full force today.
Only the Weather Channel.
Welcome back to Weekend Recharge. Following the devastating flooding in portions of the plains, this is a look at Elk City, Oklahoma, where you can see the incredible flooding over the roadways. It's hard to tell where the land is, where the waterway once was, and of course, impossible to find out where the road is.
Yeah, look at this picture. There's next one coming up. You see the sign that says right there, narrow bridge. Exactly what
Where
bridge?
is that bridge? Exactly.
Yeah, maybe that's it, but you can clearly see this car is stopped in higher ground, looking towards higher ground, nothing but below water ground somewhere underneath there. That's why I always say, turn around, don't drown, but yet we see it all the time. People still drive in there, they get stuck, they put themselves, they put first responders in jeopardy. In fact, there was a firefighter who died attempting a swift water rescue because people put themselves in harm's way.
It takes 6 inches of moving water to knock you off your feet, a foot or two to actually move your car, so it doesn't take much. Julie Martin has some things that you can do when returning home after a flood.
It was about an hour later when the water started first trickling in, and then it was just gushed in, and it went all the way up to almost to the balcony of the second floor.
It's one of the hardest realities following a significant flood event.
It's just stuff, but you know, it's your home.
When people return home from a flood, they should expect the worst. They should, of course, hope for the best, but they should be prepared for the worst. And a lot of their possessions are going to be damaged by water. Expensive things like appliances and carpet and furniture, but also things that have a lot of sentimental value, like photographs.
And that's not all. Residents could also face a lot of hidden health dangers as well.
There are things floating in the water. There's chemicals in the water oftentimes. It's an environment where injuries are quite common. And as the waters recede, there's also quite a bit of public health risk around mold and things like that.
Experts say you can protect yourself and your family by following these steps. Inside the home, keep children and pets out of the affected area until cleanup has been completed. Wear rubber boots, rubber gloves, and goggles during cleanup of the affected area. Remove and discard items that cannot be washed and disinfected. Remove and discard drywall and insulation that has been contaminated with sewage or floodwaters. And be sure to thoroughly clean all hard surfaces with hot water, laundry or dish detergent, and some bleach. And that includes the outside of your home as well. And as far as those keepsakes that mean so much to you,
when you return home and you're going through your belongings, I think it's important to really think about your decision process. Maybe your child's trophies are worth saving, but stacks of magazines and periodicals and things that have significant water damage, those really probably should just be discarded. They're just going to be a health risk down the line.
You should also take photos of your damaged items and property and contact your insurance agent immediately. I'm meteorologist Julie Martin, the Weather Channel.
Sad thing is a lot of people don't carry flood insurance because they didn't think something like that could happen to them.
Or they think they have coverage under certain types of flood insurance. You got to read the fine lines for sure.
And usually there's like a moratorium or a kind of waiting period before you pay for it, and then it becomes active.
I know, a lot of technicalities. Hopefully that helped you think about what you maybe have to do afterwards. But we have things happening right now, including torrential rainfall coming down in Galveston, which had already had some severe weather roll through. You were talking about some of the reports of maybe some wind damage.
Yeah, winds gusting 40, close to 50 miles per hour, doing some damage. And now I'll take a look at what the wind's doing to the waves. Again, waves are generated by wind. You can see whitecaps here rolling in off of the Gulf of Mexico and coming onto some of the beaches there as well. And yeah, if you've ever been to Galveston or you're a local in the Houston area, you know that's a rough day to have whitecaps on the Gulf there coming into the Galveston beaches.
And you see some of the heaviest rain beginning to roll out, but it's moving into areas like Beaumont, Lake Charles, but it's right along Interstate 10. Major thoroughfare any day of the week, but certainly during a holiday where people may be thinking about heading to the beach for the long weekend.
Yeah, big beach weekend for many, but again, you hear that clap of thunder, see the flash, you need to get indoors, off the beaches, out of the boats right away. Again, also as you head back towards central Texas, just south of Austin towards the San Marcos area, Caldwell, Guadalupe, and Hays County still under flash flood warning, and reports of water rescues being conducted near the Gary Jobs Corps Center there. Even reports of people being plucked off of roofs earlier by the Texas Air National Guard.
And they are working overtime right now, and some of the heaviest rain moving into other areas, including into eastern Oklahoma, where there are a number of flash flood warnings posted. We'll keep you up to date after your look on the 8s.
Introducing the new Can-Am Spyder F3. With a cruising riding position and the most advanced vehicle stability system in the industry, you'll ride with a feeling of complete freedom and confidence. Visit your Can-Am dealer and test drive the Spyder F3 today.
Amore.
Subito.
The all-new Fiat 500X crossover. Ooh. Bigger, more powerful, and ready for action.
Joseph A. Bank presents the Memorial Day Sale. Purchase one suit and receive 3 additional suits free. Plus, all long-sleeve traveler shirts are now 3 for $99. Sale ends Monday. Joseph A. Bank, the new tradition since 1905.
Bop, 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 bop. Glad you're with us right here on AMHQ. The whole team.
Right? Either go all in or just tap out.
Here we go. I told you, we're going to bust out of this drought.
As we say, keep watching with us this morning because we're all watching history happen together.
It is a weak man who urges compromise.
The Cadillac 2015 SRX. Current GM lessees can lease it from around $339 per month. Visit AutoNation Cadillac and Ed Morse Cadillac Delray.
As former firemen, we learned the key to doing a great job was to work well together.
It's also the key to making a great sandwich.
Take our turkey bacon ranch sub, pile high with smoked turkey breast, sharp cheddar cheese, creamy peppercorn ranch, then top with bacon.
Or try our Hook and Ladder Light. It starts at just $5.49. Like all our subs, a perfect balance of ingredients working well together.
If only you and your barber could work so well together.
At least I still need one. Please.
Firehouse Subs, founded by firemen.
.com today.
Fat Guys in the Woods, new season June 7th on the Weather Channel.
Stay tuned for your Memorial Day Local on the 8s, brought to you by Lowe's. Never stop improving.
Kick summer off right with great Memorial Day deals at Lowe's. Like $10 off all paint and primer and stain and sealant in one via online or mail-in rebate. Plus 5 bags of premium mulch for $10. So hurry into Lowe's now for big summer savings.
Walmart's low prices every day, it's not just about having more savings. It's about having more fun. Great get-togethers start with low prices you can trust every day.
Kick summer off right with great Memorial Day deals at Lowe's, like $10 off all paint and primer and stain and sealant in one via online or mail-in rebate, plus 5 bags of premium mulch for $10. So hurry into Lowe's now for big summer savings.
Currently in our area, 85 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. A stray thunderstorm is possible. High 86. Tonight, thunderstorms early. Low 78. Chance of rain 60%. Monday, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 88. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Welcome back to Weekend Recharge. We are still tracking the ongoing flood concerns popping up all across the southern plains in Texas. We got some great pictures and even video as well. I want to kind of dissect one of the pictures we got in from San Marcos. And you clearly see you have 2 trucks here. And this first truck, the black pickup truck, you got the water up over the back bumper, up over the wheels as well. We're talking that's easily 2.5, maybe close to 3 feet of water. And this car, yeah, that's stalled out. But look at this one here, this pickup truck, there's people in there and it's moving. You can tell by the wake of water that this truck is creating as it's driving on through there. Perhaps he's driving on the road or perhaps he's not. He has no clue. So this is why we always say, turn around, don't drown. And another thing that caught my eye in this picture is look up towards the upper left. You notice that? That's the Texas Air National Guard. The brave men and women for the second weekend in a row have been called out to do high water rescues, plucking people off of their front porches, off of their roofs because of this. This is ongoing flooding. Last week it was just south of Dallas and Fort Worth. This week is between San Antonio and Austin here in the San Marcos area because the San Marcos River and the Blanco River just roaring out of their banks because of thunderstorms that happened last evening and overnight as well, causing this type of flood concerns, and water is slowly receding now, so flooding is an ongoing concern. And there's more rain in our forecast. But it's not just here in central Texas, Maria. We got heavy rain in Galveston.
Yeah, and some of it's coming along with severe weather. Galveston earlier, maybe some wind damage with storms that's rolled through. You're looking at a live picture right now. I mean, the rain is still really coming down. And if you think about the traffic on the roadway right now seems to be moving just fine. But some of the heaviest rain now to the east of Galveston, pushing eastward along I-10. So if that's your corridor and maybe you're leaving for some a holiday destination, perhaps Galveston, it is a sheet of rain and in some cases damaging winds too. So a lot to contend with, a lot on the map, and that is just today.
Yeah, it's a big holiday weekend. I know it's kind of a bummer for your beach plans, but keep everybody safe. We saw what already happened in Texas and Oklahoma. A firefighter died trying to rescue people who were stuck in floodwaters. Let's talk about your forecast this weekend. There we go. Plenty of red here in Texas because we are not done with not only the rain, but potentially severe weather, including tornadoes stretching up towards the western high plains.
Yeah, the Rockies, parts of the west, seeing some scattered showers. The best weather on the map right now, east of the Mississippi, along the East Coast, New York and Boston looking really good. Even Indianapolis looks like you may scooch by today and not see any rain. That's good news for the Indianapolis 500. And Charlotte, too, you've got the Coca-Cola 600. So both races, and for the fans, really in good shape.
Let's move on towards Monday, Memorial Day. A lot of activities going on in D.C. The weather should be fine, except warm. So if you are heading out to the events, make sure you take some breaks, get some shade, get some water, and hydrate to keep yourself and your family safe. And again, scattered showers in the interior of the Northeast and New England, and showers slowly moving across the Gulf Coast states. They'll push eastward as we head throughout this week.
And you still see areas of red here on Monday. That's indicating the threat for severe weather. Des Moines, Madison, but once again, from Oklahoma City, Dallas, Shreveport, Baton Rouge, all areas that need to be on guard for tomorrow. So think about your plans. Are you going to be at some of the ceremonies and services, parades? That's going to be an issue for you.
Tuesday, back to work, back to school for people across the Northeast, and temperatures will on the way up. Mid-80s in Boston, finally. Upper 80s in New York City, and scattered showers across the Ohio Valley. D.C. probably pushing back towards 90. The heat is rising, so a beautiful Memorial Day weekend only gets hotter as we head into next week.
All right, let's get you into the middle of next week. Wednesday still pretty unsettled across the eastern half of the U.S. Also, northern Rockies billing showers and thunderstorms, temps into the 70s. Your temps are climbing in the southwest, Phoenix 97, but you're on your way to the triple digits again.
As I mentioned, the thunderstorms slowly pushing eastward across the Gulf Coast states as we head through this week. Scattered showers continue on Thursday. And again, a lot of green on the map, but mainly in the afternoon and evening hours, the best chance of seeing pop-up thunderstorms.
And Thursday into Friday, cities like Chicago have to think about storminess in your weather too by the end of the week, but looking good right now as we take a live look. And then by Saturday, still scattered showers and thunderstorms across the eastern half of the U.S.
And things are quieting down towards the western U.S.
I'm a loving husband and a real good dad, but weeds just make me rattlesnake mad. Well, Roundup has a sharpshooting wand. I'm sending them weeds to the great beyond. Roundup. No need to pump, just point and shoot. Hit them in the leaves and it kills to the root. Round fences, trees, even mulched beds, because the only good weed is a weed that's dead. Roundup. With a one-touch wand.
The beast was as long as the boat. For 7 hours we did battle, until I said, "You will not beat me!"
Greg, what should I do with your fish? Gary, just put it in the cooler.
If you're a fisherman, you tell tales. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Put the fish in the cooler!
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright, blessed day, the dark, sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Introducing new Country Time Lemonade Starter with real lemon juice. A fresh new way to make Country Time.
When our little girl was born, we got a Subaru. It's where she said her first word. No. Saw her first day of school. Bye-bye. Made a best friend forever. Oh my God. The back seat of my Subaru is where she grew up.
The 2015 Subaru Forester.
What?
Built to be there for your family. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Glad you're with us right here on AMHQ. The whole team.
Right? Either go all in or just tap out.
Here we go. I told you, we're going to bust out of this drought.
As we say, keep watching with us this morning because we're all watching history happen together.
Currently in our area, 85 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Today, sunshine and clouds mixed. A stray thunderstorm is possible. High 86. Tonight, thunderstorms early. Low 78. Chance of rain 60%. Monday, mixed clouds and sun with scattered thunderstorms. High 88. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Fat Guys in the Woods. New season June 7th on the Weather Channel.
Just some of the scenes that continue to come into our newsroom here of the deadly, catastrophic, historic flooding that's gripping parts of Texas and Oklahoma right now.
Reports of water rescues and residents being evacuated are pouring into the Weather Channel, and tragically, a firefighter in Claremore, Oklahoma drowned while attempting a water rescue. Right now, the numbers pretty staggering. Over 40 million people in the central U.S. under some type of flood warning or flood watch. And this is a very changeable situation as well that will only get more dangerous and potentially deadly as we head throughout today.
And that's the situation that we find waterlogged parts of Texas right now. And here's the latest, what we know right now.
Well, officials north of Houston are watching for possible trouble at Lewis Creek Dam. People who live in the area are now under a mandatory evacuation. More than 400 homes have been evacuated.
More than 1,000 people evacuated in Hays and Caldwell counties. All of that water is pushing southeast into the Gonzales River. That will eventually take it past Victoria, Texas, a town of 86,000.
And to show you how fast this is all happening, reports that Lake Travis, just north of and northwest of Austin, jumped 7 feet in the overnight hours. Again, this lake has been low for years because of the ongoing drought there across much of central Texas. And much of Texas, their extreme drought has been wiped out in the matter of weeks because of all the heavy rain.
And we're still watching rain coming down heavy.